Welcome to the session 29, that is meaning, types, tools, and objectives of fiscal policy. The learning objective of this study is to study the meaning of fiscal policy, types of fiscal policy, and tools of fiscal policy, and the objectives of fiscal policy. After studying this session, the students will be able to understand the meaning, types, and tools and objectives of fiscal policy will be clearly. First, we know the meaning of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy, in simple terms, is an estimate of taxation and government spending that impacts the economy. The fiscal policy is concerned with the raising of government revenue and incurring of government expenditure. The greater revenue and to incur expenditure to generate revenue and to incur expenditure, the government frames a policy termed budgetary policy or fiscal policy. So, the fiscal policy is concerned with government expenditure and government revenue. Fiscal policy decides on the size and pattern of flow of expenditure from the government to the economy and from the economy back to the government. So, in broad term, fiscal policy refers to that segment of national economic policy which is primarily concerned with the receipts and expenditure of central government. In other words, fiscal policy refers to the policy of the government with regard to taxation, public expenditure, and public borrowings. Who sets the fiscal policy? In India, the Union Finance Minister formulates the fiscal policy. Next, we discuss about types of fiscal policy. There are two types of fiscal policies. One is expansionary fiscal policy. Next is contractionary fiscal policy. First is expansionary fiscal policy. This policy is designed to boost the economy. It is mostly used in times of high unemployment and recession. It leads to the government lowering taxes and spending more, or one of the two. The aim is to stimulate the economy and ensure consumers' purchasing power does not weaken. Next is contractionary fiscal policy. As the term suggests, this policy is designed to slow economic growth in case of high inflation. The contractionary fiscal policy raises taxes and cuts spending. These are all the two types of fiscal policy. Next is, what are the tools of fiscal policy? There are two kinds of fiscal policy. One is taxation, another one is government spending. Funds in the form of direct and indirect taxes, capital gains from investments, etc. help the government functions. Taxes affect the consumer's income and changes in the consumption lead to changes in real gross domestic product. It is the one of the taxation tool which is used in fiscal policy for balancing the economical activity. Next is government spending. It includes welfare programs, government salaries, subsidies, infrastructure, etc. On this, government spending has the power to raise or lower the real GDP. Hence, it includes as a fiscal policy tool. Next, we discuss about importance of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is a crucial part of the economic framework. In India, it plays a key role in elevating the rate of capital formation both in the public and private sector. The fiscal policy helps in mobilizing resources for financing projects. The central theme of fiscal policy includes development activities like expenditure on railways, infrastructure, etc. Non-development activities includes spending on subsidies, salaries, pensions, etc. It gives incentives to the private sector to expand its activities. Fiscal policy aims at to minimize income and wealth inequalities. Income tax is charged on all salaried persons directly proportioned to their income. Likely, indirect taxes are also more in case of semi-luxury and luxury items than that of necessary consumable items. In this way, the government generates a good amount of revenue and that also leads to a reduction in wealth inequalities. A prudent fiscal policy stabilizes price and helps control inflation. Last is fiscal policy planning gives the larger chunk of funds for regional development so as to achieve a balanced regional development. It aims to reduce the deficit in the balance of payment. These are all importance of fiscal policy. Next, we discuss about various objectives of fiscal policy. One is development by effective mobilization of resources. The principal objective of fiscal policy is to ensure rapid economic growth and development. This objective of economic growth and development can be achieved by mobilization of financial resources. The central and state governments in India have used fiscal policy to mobilize resources. The financial resources mobilizes are done by the following methods. One is taxation. Through effective fiscal policies, the government aims to mobilize the resources by way of direct taxes as well as indirect taxes because most important sources of resource mobilization in India is taxation. B. Public savings. The resources can be mobilized through public savings by reducing government expenditure and increasing the surpluses of public sector enterprises. C. Private savings. Through effective fiscal measures such as tax benefits, the government can raise resources from private sector and households. Resources can be mobilized through government borrowings by way of treasury bill, insurance of government bonds, etc. Loans from domestic and foreign parties and by deficit financing are also in the category of private savings. Next is efficient allocation of limited financial resources. The central and state governments have tried to make efficient allocation of the available financial resources. These resources are allocated for development activities which includes expenditure on railways, infrastructure, etc. while non-development activities includes expenditure on defense, interest payments, subsidies, etc. But generally the fiscal policy should ensure that the resources are allocated for generation of good and goods and services which are socially desirable. Therefore, India's fiscal policy is designed in such a way that to encourage production of desirable goods and discourage those goods which are socially undesirable. Next is reduction in inequalities of income and wealth. Fiscal policy aims at achieving equity or social justice by reducing income inequalities among different sections of the society. The direct taxes, such as income tax, are charged more on the rich people as compared to the lower income groups. Indirect taxes are also more in the case of semi luxury and luxury items, which are mostly consumed by the upper middle classes and the upper classes. The government invests a significant proportion of its tax revenue in the implementation of poverty alleviation programs to improve the conditions of poor people in the society. Next is price stability and control of inflation. One of the main objective of the fiscal policy is to control inflation and stabilize prices. This requires the measures of monetary. Therefore, the government always aims to control the inflation by reducing fiscal deficits. Introducing tax saving schemes, productive use of financial resources, etc., are used to have price stability and control inflation. Next is employment generation. The responsible government is making every possible effort to increase employment in the country through effective fiscal measure. Investment in infrastructure has resulted in direct and indirect employment. Lower taxes and duties on the small scale industrial units encourage more investment and consequently generate more employment. Various rural employment programs have been undertaken by the Government of India to solve problems in rural areas. Similarly, self-employment scheme is taken to provide employment to technically qualified persons in the urban areas. Next is balanced regional development. Another one main intention of the fiscal policy is to bring about a balanced regional development. There are various incentives from the government for setting up projects in backward areas such as cash subsidy, concessions in taxes and duties in, in the form of tax holidays, finance at concessional interest rates, etc. are used for maintain the balanced regional development. Next is reducing the deficit in the balance of payment. Fiscal policy tries to encourage export by way of fiscal measures like exemption of income tax on export earnings, exemption of central excise duties and customs, exemption of sales tax and excise, etc. The foreign exchange is also protected by providing fiscal benefits to import substitute industries, imposing customs duties on imports, etc. The foreign exchange earned by way of exports and saved by way of import substitutes help to solve the balance of payment problem. In this way, adverse balance of payment can be corrected either by imposing duties on imports or by giving subsidies to exports. There are three sources from where the government gets money. The first two are revenue sources, and the last one is borrowings and capital asset sales. First one, revenue receipts or tax revenues. This is the tax that government collects in the form of corporation tax, personal income tax, customs, excise duties, etc. Next is non-tax revenues, includes interest on bonds held, dividends from PSUs and grants. They are revenue sources, meaning they don't have to be repaid and are smaller than tax revenues. Next is capital receipts. These are borrowings of government like the market loans, short-term borrowings, external commercial receipts, etc. These are all the sources which are used in the reducing of deficit in the balance of payment. Increases national income. It's the strength of the fiscal policy that is brings out the desired results in the economy. When the government want to increase the income of the country, then it increases the direct and indirect taxes rates in the country. There are some other measures like reduction in tax rate so that more people get motivated to deposit actual tax. Next is development of infrastructure. When the government of the concerned country spends money on the projects like railways, schools, dams, electricity, roads, etc., to increase the welfare of the citizens, it improves the infrastructure of the country. Improved infrastructure is the key to further speed up the economic growth of the country. Last one is foreign exchange earnings. When the central government of the country gives incentives like exemption in custom duty, concession in excise duty while producing things in the domestic market, it motivates the foreign investors to increase the investment in the domestic country. So, these are all the concept of fiscal policy, types of fiscal policy, and tools of fiscal policy, and lastly, the importance and objectives of fiscal policy. It will clear about the overall fiscal policy objectives and its importance to the economy as well as the growth of the country, and various fiscal policy measures which are used are clearly understood by this session.